The first home console, handheld console, tablet, hybrid invention is here, right next to me. The Nintendo Switch has arrived, promising and delivering. Here's looking at you, Breath of the Wild. Home console experiences when you're on the go, at home, wherever you want to be, you're able to play it, and there's a wealth of gaming styles in there. We're going to take a look at it in the latest episode of Game Unwraps today, so do enjoy. Before we jump in, let's just take a look at it all together and revel in the moment the Nintendo Switch is here. The Nintendo Switch comes apart in many weird and wonderful ways, and there are three very unique gaming styles that you can play it in. First off, just a nice handheld mode. Well, I say nice, it's lovely and it's wonderful. But of course, we have got Breath of the Wild playing right here. Handheld mode, as I'm sure you're familiar with. JoyCons attached to the side there, and you're good to go wherever you want. Next up, you're able to play it. You'll take the Joy-Cons off like this. You'll kick out the stand on the back. And you have tabletop mode. This is the one I'm well excited about because you'll be on the train or even in your kitchen and you're not in your TV. It's amazing, and you'll pick the Joy-Cons up. You're good to go, and you throw one of those to you. Don't throw them because you might hit them in the face. Pass the Joy-Con to a friend, and you're able to go play some multiplayer games or just sit and have a run around in Breath of the Wild. And finally, as we had it set up a minute ago, kickstand out, pop the console back in the dock, attach, nice and safe in there, attach the console and the dock to your TV, pick up your controller. We're looking at the neon controllers, but we've also got the grey one here. You pick this up and it's a home console. It is that awesome and that easy to understand. Let's jump in, and first off, we'll give you some facts. A 6.2-inch 1280 by 720 LCD display, capable of 1080p when it's in the dock and 720p when you're out and about. This, for all intents and purposes, is your Switch. This is the console. The tablet supports a 3.5mm jack ready for your earphones, like the ones we've just checked out in a previous Game Unwraps. A charging dock at the bottom there for when it's plugged into the dock. And finally, the kickstand at the back to keep it nice and sturdy when you're on a table. But what about the games? Well, your physical cartridges will slot in the game card slot right at the top, like they would yesteryear. And if you're playing digital, of course, download them straight to the console. And you'll take your Joy-Con, and you'll slot them on the side, like that, ready to pick up and play. Speaking of the Joy-Con, Joy-Con L and Joy-Con R are going to be your best friends from this day forward. Nintendo know how to throw a curveball when it comes to their controllers. They did, of course, pioneer analog sticks on a controller, and the Joy-Con are their next step forward for consoles. Each Joy-Con features, deep breaths, an analog stick that acts as a button too, 4 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons, gyroscopic controls, one has an infrared sensor, and finally, HD Rumble, which is Nintendo's brand new invention, which is so good it can simulate ice cubes in a cup. For real. To take a closer look at each Joy-Con, we've got Joy-Con R here first, featuring Nintendo's classic A, B, X and Y buttons, an infrared sensor on the bottom, clever enough to detect shapes. So, for example, you can play rock, paper, scissors with the Joy-Con if you want to, if you're so inclined, as well as NFC support for, I am sure you have a very vast collection of Amiibo. What separates Joy-Con L from its brethren R is the ability to capture your in-game everything. From launch, you'll be able to take screenshots, and there's a wealth of things to do. For example, you're able to take as many screenshots as you like from in-game, and then you can go into your gallery, pick your favorite, and do whatever you like to them. You can make them your own, including having a little bit of fun with them. And of course, Nintendo, being Nintendo, are planning on sharing gameplay footage in the future, but we'll wait for confirmation on when that's coming. As we showed you before, the 2 Joy-Con attached to the side of the Switch, ready for handheld gaming, or you can hold them separately. You'll even get these 2 little add-ons there that will attach to the tops of the Joy-Con, giving you more access to the shoulder buttons and, of course, the ever-trusty wrist strap. And finally, They can be added onto the controller attachment, so you've got more of a classic controller feel in your hands. Finally, we have the all-important Nintendo Switch dock. This is what you'll use to plug your console into, so you'll be able to play on a TV like the one behind us. But it's got a few of its added little secrets. On the side, 2 USB ports right there, and then you'll pop this flap out the back, and this is where you're going to plug in your HDMI. You've got a couple of extra USBs in the port there, and then the wires will just come out here, so they're nice and neat. The dock, I owe a lot to the dock. It has given me the first "this is happening" moment of 2017 when I took the Switch out and just like that was playing handheld mode. It was awesome, and you have to try it to believe it. It is so, so amazing. So there you have it, our game unwraps of the Nintendo Switch. Do you love the console? I love the console. Nintendo, can I just have it, please? Subscribe to Game YouTube, and we'll bring you a lot more Nintendo Switch. But I'm just going to take this and leave. First off, let's deal with some facts. You've got a 6.2-inch LCD 1280 by 720 display here. It's capable of 1080p when it's docked, and 720p when you're playing it in handheld and out and about. This, for all intents and purposes, is the Nintendo Switch. What? Yes!
Luke has got